Hey everyone, it's Caroline, and I'm super fired up to talk to you today about what can be a really polarizing career question, which is, should I follow my passion when it comes to my career options? So we are going to break this down, not in a yes, you should absolutely follow your passion, or no, you should absolutely not, but to show you the nuance and the gray areas and reinforce the idea that this question and the right answer to this question is different for everyone. This is another great reason to reinforce the idea that, we shouldn't be taking our career advice from the internet and that these questions, including this one, but all of the questions that we're asking about our career are deeply personal, and they require self-reflection and clarity and connection to what's most important to us. All right, so let's dig into it. So the first thing I would encourage you to think about is, how do you actually define passion? What does passion mean to you? And then how important, however you define that, is that in your decision making? I found it really interesting. I did a poll on LinkedIn about a week ago, and someone commented that when she was making her career decisions, she read all of this stuff about how she was supposed to follow her passion, and it was really important to be passionate, and she ended up feeling like really deficient and less than and lacking, like there was something wrong with her because she didn't have this inner drive. And if that is you, there is nothing wrong with not having passion be a motivator. You might be driven by other things far more than passion. And that's important for you to understand. What are those things? What does drive your decisions? Maybe it's accomplishment, maybe it's impact, whatever those things are. Don't let anyone make you feel like there's something lacking if you don't have a passion. Conversely, I would invite you to think about, if passion is important to you, how does that show up? I'm a passionate person, you can probably tell this, and I spent most of my career thus far working on stuff that on paper I was not passionate at all about. I never even dreamed I would do most of the things I did in my career. And yet, because passion to me is something internal, it's how I show up, it's my desire for excellence and curiosity and enthusiasm, right? I'm gonna bring that to whatever you put in front of me. That's how I'm wired. And similarly, there are things that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about coaching, passionate enough that I chose to make this the centerpiece of my current career. And I'm also super passionate about other things. Interior design was something that I really considered as a career path and ended up thinking, no, it's actually better as a hobby. And so again, hopefully in these examples, you're starting to hear the levels and the gray areas and the nuances, right? Even if you are a passionate person, even if you have passions, there might be different passions that weigh differently for you. So that would be the first thing to think about. Wherever you land on the question of passion, remember that it's just one piece of the larger career puzzle. The second thing I would encourage you to think about is, again, back to this LinkedIn poll, a big strike, it seemed, against the people that were arguing for not following your passion seemed to be this idea that following your passion in some way meant that you were, not being responsible, or you weren't being realistic, or it was a privilege to follow your passion, which that part I absolutely agree with. It is 100% a privilege to be able to look for work and do work and get paid for work that we love. I would invite you to challenge the assumption if you're saying, well, I can follow my passion or make money. I can follow my passion or have free time, right? If you're looking at passion as diametrically opposed to anything else, I would really encourage you to challenge that and replace that or with an and, right? How can I follow my passion and make money? How can I follow my passion and do this other thing, be responsible? Whatever is the thing that you feel like won't allow you to follow your passion. Because I think a lot of times there's a subset of people that say, no, you shouldn't follow your passion. It's because they haven't found this way of combining passion with whatever this other thing that they've assumed that they have to let go of. So that's number two. And number three, I would encourage you to find the people that reinforce and subscribe to what you already know to be true for yourself. Once you've answered these questions that I've posed, that you know to be true for yourself, right? If you know passion isn't important to you, don't listen to the people that say you have to have a passion. You're wrong if you don't. Keep digging until you do. And conversely, if you really want to follow your passion, don't listen to the people that say, no, it's a terrible idea. It'll crush your dreams, whatever argument they have against it. And so if it sounds like I'm arguing for confirmation bias, in this instance, I am, right? Align yourself, because this is fundamentally, it's not about confirmation bias. It's about listening to what you know to be true for yourself, right? Deep down, you've answered these questions, you know what you want. And so rather than have someone with the opposing viewpoint talk you out of it, align with the people who are going to talk you into it, right? Who are going to light the path for you, who can kind of pull you across, who have blazed the trail and can show you how it can be done. So those are the three things. I hope it's challenged some of your assumptions, perhaps. Maybe I haven't changed any minds. It's not my job to convince you. It's my job to help you get to the right answers for yourself. I would love to hear the questions you still have, and I would love to hear examples of where you have followed your passion or where you haven't, and how that's working out for you. Please leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you soon.